The cold and drizzle didn't deter at least 20,000 protesters from jamming a central Moscow square Sunday to voice opposition to Russian President Vladimir Putin. They called for the release of 13 anti-government activists held in jail in Moscow for previous mass protests in July and August. Anti-corruption crusader Alexei Navalny, himself only recently released from jail, led chants of "let them go" and "Putin is a thief." He says the demand for ending prosecutions tied to earlier mass demonstrations has re-galvanized the anti-Putin protest movement.
Now we see the defense of political prisoners is the main political issue. More and more people who were never interested in politics are getting involved. It's very important, and we're at the start of this process.
Anti-Kremlin activists hope the string of protests since July, mounted originally to object to rigged Moscow City Council elections, won't fizzle out like anti-Putin protests have done before, notably after his re-election in 2012. An activist released from custody last week, after prosecutors dropped rioting charges against him, says civil society has matured.
In 2012, there were very high expectations and all the uprise, but we were not ready for real fight. And when we were hit, we just stood back and we did nothing. Now we can take hits and still act.
Police estimated the crowd Sunday at 20,000. Organisers put the figure higher at 25,000. That's down from August, when as many as 60,000 turned out to brave a harsh police crackdown. Lisa, a 36-year-old education worker, said she isn't allowing herself to worry about whether the protest movement has a future.
No way staying at home, no way observing what is happening and not taking any action. It's too much. I haven't been to any, gatherings for years, but now I just can't stand staying at home.
Sunday's protest went off peacefully. Organisers had been granted permission for the gathering, and police this time kept a low profile. But few here believe the Kremlin won't start ratcheting up a crackdown again on Putin's opponents. Jamie Dettmer for VOA News, Moscow.